Good first inning for Cameron Lewis. He 2 strikeouts. And a walk, but that walk was erased on an excellent throw from behind the plate by Dwayne Nickel. Achard Grulot stepping up to the plate here. My main man Dino beside me here, updating all your live stats on the stream. Doing an excellent job on our scoreboard for us on this Friday, October 27th. No place we'd rather be than right here as that ball is popped up to the shortstop. Luis Polanco. And 1 away for the Sting. Jean-Philippe Theriot now for the Indians. Jean-Philippe played right field in their first matchup. That's where he is here this afternoon. He went 0 for 2 at the plate. And he is retired here. As he strikes out Campeau, the designated hitter, takes strike 1. Campeau went 1 for 2 with a walk against Holland. So he takes that pitch for a ball. 2-1's the count, 2 away here. Cameron Lewis trying to go back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. And a strike called there. We're full at 2s, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Number 15, Samuel Capot at the plate. He's early on that breaking ball, fooled him there. Did Cameron Lewis as he gets another strikeout. His 4th of the game. As we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, due up for the Seneca Sting, Dan Accardo, Dan Perrier, and Edwin Kim. In their first game against Humber. Accardo did not play, but he did take part in the game against Durham. And the first baseman, Accardo, had 2 hits, scored a run, and won Player of the Game honors at first base, where he is starting in this game. Accardo, the Bolton, Ontario native,
Moving off the Sting, the first baseman, number
listed at
21,
5'10" in his second
Accardo.
year with the Sting. Looks to build off a strong game yesterday. He did come out for pinch hitter Francisco Mata, but not before a 2-hit performance. And he looks at ball 1. Ball 2 there. As the wind blows around some papers here in our broadcast booth. It's 2-1 in favor of Accardo, and Accardo looks at that, and it is called a ball. 3-1 now. Accardo awaits the pitch. Here it is. He swings. And that high heat coming off the hand of Tamburini. The right-hander getting him there with that high strike. Full count. Here's the pitch. And fouled well back behind home plate. As that ball lands just behind our cameraman here, who's looking awfully warm wearing the bandana, gloves, sunglasses combo. Really helping the dress code out here at Durham. 3-2. One foul ball right off the mask of the catcher. Is Gabriel Grondin gonna feel that a little bit? He nods to the ump that he's okay. As a catcher, you get used to nicks and bruises like that, but getting a foul ball off the noggin is never fun, especially in 7-degree weather. But he's okay, and play will resume. Another 3-2 pitch here coming up. That is called ball 4. As Accardo walks to lead off the inning.
Dan Perrier.
Dan Perrier we saw start as the starting pitcher for this Sting. In their game against Durham. Not the best outing for Perrier, going just 3 innings, allowing 8 runs, all 8 earned, giving up 8 hits, 2 walks, striking out just 3. Only facing 15 batters. It was a tough first inning for Perrier. Couple pass balls, couple walks, as the Lords jumped all over him for a 6-0 start. As Accardo is off on the steal, no throw from behind the plate as Accardo steals second easily there. Just like that, the Sting have a runner in scoring position after a leadoff walk and a stolen base. Perrier at DH as he gets a hold of that one. That ball is high and hard all the way to left, to the wall, and gone. Dan Perrier crushes that ball over 352 feet as it clears the wall here at Kinsman Civic Memorial Stadium for his first home run here as the Sting are up 2-0 on the Indians. That ball sounded different right off the bat as it went and gone It's the first home run we've seen here in this tournament by none other than the 6'9" Dan Perrier.
Number 17, Edwin Kim.
As our cameraman Matt struggles to get down over in the bleachers as he was up on his tippy toes trying to get that shot. He was at the UOIT Ridgebacks win over the Guelph Griffins last night. He had a beautiful shot of the lone goal scored by rookie Bulid as the Ridgebacks defeated the Griffins by a score of 1-0, upsetting the reigning and defending OUA champions. Back to baseball now. Edwin Kim, the third baseman, up for the sting as he sends that one up the first base line right to the first baseman who steps on the bag, and Kim is out. Emilio Porcilio making the play at first for the Indians.
Number 11, Jordan Blake.
Makes that Perrier home run even more impressive if you look at the flags here at Kinsman Stadium. Wind not, or it is now going that way, but it wasn't just a minute ago, as the gusts are coming from all directions here. Jordan Blake, the left fielder. Takes strike one there. Came in as a pinch hitter for Francisco Mata. Against Humber, Blake went 1 for 2. He did not play in the game against Durham. 1-2 now for Blake. Blake looks at that ball. 2-2 now the count. Only one away, none on here. After a 2-run home run from Daniel Perrier. Put his Sting up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 pitch. And Blake swings at that. Hits the ground. It's going to be an easy throw for the catcher as he is out at first. As Blake strikes out here.
The right fielder, number 24, Josh Kelly.
For the second out of the inning. And the first strikeout for Bruno Tamburini. Josh Kelly, the right fielder, stepping into the batter's box. Kelly went 2 for 3 against Durham. And 1 for 2 with a walk against Humber. The Sting are 0-2 in this tournament so far, but off to a good start in this one. Up 2-0 over the also winless Ahuntsic Indians. I want to throw a shout out to Danielle for teaching me how to say Ahuntsic properly yesterday, who has somehow managed not to be here with us inside the broadcast booth today, taking a rare Friday off. 2-1. Here's the pitch. And a ball there. 3-1 now for Kelly. Kelly, that one hits the ground just in front of home plate, right to the second baseman. Makes a good throw, and Kelly is out at first, and that's going to be the inning for Bruno Tamburini. But not to be forgotten is a 2-run bomb off the bat of Dan Perrier. Taking advantage of a leadoff walk from Dan Accardo, and Dan Perrier making no mistake As Two Dance come around to score on a 2-run bomb from Perrier. Emilio Basilio, Gabriella Groden, and Vincent Barry are the 3 Indians up to take on Cameron Lewis. Here as we get ready for this top of the 3rd inning. Basilio came in as a pinch hitter in that game against Holland, rewarding his coach with a perfect 1,000 batting average in that game, going 1 for 1. Having just one of 3 hits for a Hunsick in that game.
Moving off for the Indian. The first baseman, number 8, Emilio Piccolino.
Piccolino with the snazzy helmet here for a Hunsick. He takes strike 1. As the wind's really starting to swirl here at Kinsman Stadium. Hard hit ball to first. Right there is Perrier. Excuse me. Ricardo. Ricardo runs that to first himself. 1 away.
Now batting the catcher, number 10, Gabriel Grondin.
Gabriel Grondin playing at first base again for the Indians. He started there against Holland. Going 0 for 1 with 2 walks. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd as ball 2 there thrown from Lewis. And a breaking ball there, just missed the plate, 2-2. 3-1, excuse me. And a big hack of that ball there from Grondin. He takes ball 4 there. And the second walk of the day issued by Cameron Lewis.
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Vincent Barry.
Vincent Barry here. Making his first appearance at the plate in this game. The left fielder went over 3 in his at-bats against Holland. And strike 2 called there as Lewis is up ahead 0-2 on Barry. Slow pickoff move there by Cameron Lewis. Just keeping the runner honest. Grondin at first, but he slides back easily there. Not a huge lead for Grondin as that ball is high for ball 1. Apologize to those all watching at home who did not see the scoring update on the stream. We blame Dino for that just after I give him a shout out on the broadcast. He forgets to do his job. But we'll forgive him. There's a hard throw there as they continue to check into Grondin at first. Nickel with a nice play behind the plate. But Grondin got back in time. So that ball is slapped right to the second base shortstop, and they're turned for two and not able to turn it there are the Sting, but they do get the lead out at first. As that play was very close, as Luis Polanco just unable to turn that ball fast enough
No, that was the shortstop. Number 1 is
for the
Barr
inning-ending double play. As Barr reaches safely on the fielder's choice. Acarias back up for the Indians as they turn their lineup over. Struck out in his first at bat looking. As he looks at that pitch for ball 1. Ball 2 now. 2-1's the count. Two out for Cameron Lewis as he tries to get out of this third inning. And strike called there. And they continue to check in at first. Different man as Barry is now on first, not Grondin. But they continue to check in as Acardone right there for Dwayne Nickel to throw a laser 90 feet down the first base line. And we've seen Nickel with a good arm a couple times today, a couple times checking in at first, got the runner stealing at second. In the first inning. He's got a big arm. They're going again, but strike 3 called there as Acarias strikes out again for the second time in a row. Strikeout looking.
The Durham College Athletic Department would like to thank our
As Seneca
tournament sponsors.
takes a
Subway,
2-0 lead
Arby's,
into the bottom of the
Rogers
third.
TV, Adidas, Coca-Cola, Bank
John
of
Bethune,
Burritos,
Alec Miller,
Skyzone
Luis
with
Polanco due up for the Sting. They look to build on their lead over Bruno Tamburini and the Indians. Bottom of the third, just about to get underway here at Kinsman Memorial Stadium. The Huntsic Indians taking on the Seneca Sting in a provincial battle of Canada's 2 largest provinces. Apologize for those viewing. Huntsic stats are very difficult to come by. But we do know they finished 3rd in their league. The RESQ.
Center fielder, number 5, John Bethune.
Bethune up to the plate now for the Sting. The center fielder went 1 for 3 against Durham. and did not play against Humber. So he finally gets his bucket ready, and we're ready to go here at the bottom of this third inning. The pitch from Tamburini, and a big hack of that one by Bethune. Strike one. Bethune takes that one for ball. Even ups the count at 1-1. As that bunt is squared up there by Bethune, it drops, and a well-placed bunt right between the catcher and the pitcher as John Bethune reaches on a well-placed bunt there. Unable to get to it was the diving Grondin, the catcher. And Bethune is on.
Number 3, Alec Miller.
As the Sting turn their lineup around here. Alec Miller flew out to the second baseman off a broken bat back in the first inning. As the runner is off and safe there on a real close call from the umpire. But John Bethune steals that bag and now has a runner in scoring position due to the Seneca Sting. Alec Miller, a second-year player, 62 at-bats this regular season. 17 hits, batted .274 as he swings at strike one there. He had 4 stolen bases while striking out just 3 times. One and one for Miller. As another bunt. Bethune moves to third and Miller thrown out at first, but he does his job and moves the runner over. As the Sting plays some small ball here, a couple back-to-back bunts. A bunt, stolen base, and another bunt, and all of a sudden they have a runner at third, 1 out. John Bethune just 90 feet away from putting his team up 3-0 here with Luis Polanco coming up to plate. Polanco, a first-year player, 34 at-bats, 10 hits, 7 RBIs, batted .294 on the year. Only struck out 4 times while walking 3. Real opportunity for an RBI here. That ball is low and away. Polanco hits that ball hard, and that handcuffs the shortstop. Number 1, Gerard Acaris. As that's going to be a 1 out strike single. RBI single, excuse me, for Polanco.
The catcher, number 7, Dwayne Nickel.
As the small ball pays off there for the Sting. Easy for me to say. That ball is hit hard and drops in shallow right field. And Dwayne Nickel has his first hit of the game.
Now batting the first baseman, number 21, Dan Accardo.
Dan Accardo, who walked in his last at-bat. Better came home to score on that Dan Perrier RBI home run. Accardo looks at strike one there. Accardo, a second-year player, 1 6 RBIs, 1 double, 10 hits on the year, striking out 5 times for a .250 batting average. So he swings there at strike 2. Ball low in the dirt there for ball 1. Count is 1-2, 1 out, 2 on here. Runners at first and second. For the big first baseman, Dan Accardo. Accardo swings and misses, strike 3.
Now batting the DH, number 29, Dan Perrier.
And the man himself, Dan Perrier, steps back up to the plate. Wearing number 29 at 6'9", crushed a home run to left field. His last at bat with 1 on. Now 2 on here for Perrier. 2 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He looks at ball 1. Perrier, the rookie, 44 at bats, 14 hits, 5 doubles, and 1 home run on the season. And a balk there by the pitcher, Bruno Tamburini. So he gets a little antsy on the mound, and the runners will move up. So now 2nd and 3rd on that balk. 2nd balk in 2 games we've seen here at Kinsman Civic Stadium. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. Both runners in scoring position for Perrier. The difference in this game so far. So he looks at a low ball 2 there. Strike there just over the knees of Perrier. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Perrier looks to add to his Seneca Sting lead and get them their first win of this National College Baseball Championship. And he swings and misses there. It was back-to-back strikeouts for Tamburini. Gets himself out of a jam. He gets Accardo and Perrier to strike out to end the inning, as the Sting failed to capitalize on that opportunity, leaving 2 runners on base. Emmerich Deslatz due up here, followed by Nicholas Legold and Frederick Archard Grellew here for the Indians. As we were in the top of the 4th inning, Sting up on the Indians by a score of 2-0 thanks to a Dan Perrier home run way back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Excuse me, the score is 3-0. I forgot about the Luis Polanco RBI single back in that 3rd inning. After the small ball pays off for the Sting, they managed to find themselves in another rally in the same inning. We are past the halfway mark in this game.
Moving off for Hunsik, the second baseman, number 4, Emerick Desley.
Desley walked in his only other at bat and was caught stealing at second base. That's that first pitch ball on the breaking ball. I don't know what that was. Has a hard hit ball there, but just foul up the right field line. Count is 3-1 here. Has a hard hit ball right back to the pitcher, but Lewis makes a nice play on that and throws out Desley at first base.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Nicholas Lugo.
Nicholas Legault also struck out in his at bat. The starting pitcher for this Ahuntsic team yesterday afternoon, and their loss to Holland. He takes a ball one there. But Lewis comes back with a strike to even up the count, 1-1. And a big miss there on a ball that looked like it was low and outside the zone. Legault stretches and misses that for strike 2. Legault fouls that one back off the cage. And strikes out swinging there is Nicholas Legault. This the second strikeout of the game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 6, Frederick Sean Grolo.
As Cameron Lewis is now at 6 strikeouts on the game. He comes back with a strike there. Richard Grelot sends that one high to center field, but camped under it is Josh Bethune. He makes the easy grab there for the third out of the inning. As Lewis goes 1-2-3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out to retire the Indians in order at the top of the 4th inning. Seneca takes a 3-0 lead into the bottom of this 4th. Did you do the stream when they scored the 3rd run? Update from Tank Top Man. He is now gone. Could not last very long in the cold. Or maybe the drugs wore off. We are not sure. due up here for the Sting. Edwin Kim, Jordan Blake, and Josh Kelly. Third baseman, left fielder, right fielder. Kim, second-year player for the Sting. 26 at-bats on the year. 6 hits, 1 triple, 2 RBIs, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts for a .231 batting average as the wind is really picking up here. At Kinsman Memorial Stadium. Blowing my notebook right over. Ball 1 taken there by Kim. One and two the count now for Kim. As he looks at ball 2 there. Ball 3, full count here for the leadoff man, Edwin Kim. Only playing in 14 games this year, did Kim for the Sting. .231 batting average, a .355 OBP. As he fouls that one off the catcher, as that looked like it hit him in a place that is no fun for anybody to get hit. I don't care how much padding you have on. He's going to need a minute here to recover. And that one hurt just from up here in the broadcast booth. We saw catcher Gabriel Grondin take a ball off the mask earlier in this game and shook it off no problem. This was one of those, you're going to need a little bit more time. As he walks back to the dugout. Under his own power, adjusts a little bit. Looks like he may have to come out of this game, or if he's just walking it off. And any men listening know just exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just need to walk it off a little bit. So he took that one square. As we were waiting for a catching replacement to come in here, we see Grondin getting checked out by the training staff just in front of us here. As number 12 comes into the game at catcher for Ahuntsic. And bear with me here, folks. Luis Christopher Cote Turcotte. Turcotte. Let's go with Turcotte. Sam in the booth gives me the A-OK for Turcotte. Turcotte comes in to replace Grondin at catcher. Grondin's going to need a nice cold bag of peas. As he's going to feel that one tomorrow for sure. Turcotte, the second baseman slash catcher, coming in at catcher here. Gonna need a few minutes to warm up.
Now catching for Hunsik, number 12, Louis-Christophe Côté-Turcotte.
And after that quick injury timeout, we are back. And Kim fouls that one off, fighting a full count here. As Kim is taking out catchers one by one, almost getting a piece of Turcotte on that foul ball. Another 3-2 pitch here. And Kim hits that one hard past the third baseman, not able to hang on to it. There's the shortstop as Kim gonna reach base on a hard hit single in the infield.
Now batting the left fielder.
Tough situation for Kim, having the injury timeout just in the middle of his at-bat. But able to rebound and come up with a base hit there to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Sting. Jordan Blake now up, third-year player for the Sting. Blake struck out in his last at-bat. As Blake hits that ball hard to left field, going back was Vincent Barry, and he makes no mistake there. He makes a nice over-the-shoulder grab on the run to rob Blake of extra bases. Kim
Now
stays at
batting the
first.
right fielder, number 24, Josh Kelly.
It's Josh Kelly who grounded out to the second baseman in his at-bat. Comes into the game. Josh Kelly, a second-year man for the Sting team. Only had 23 at-bats all regular season long. Just 4 hits, 2 RBIs, and 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk for a 174 batting average. So he takes ball 1. Nice move there by Tambrini. That pickoff move to first, but Kim sliding back in time. Fouled off there by Kelly. Count is 1-1, 1 away. Edwin Kim standing on first base for the Sting. As Kim steals second base there. Testing the arm early of Turcotte. And just like that, there's a runner in scoring position here for the Sting again. So they continue to put lots of pressure on this Hunsik team. It's a hard hit ball there to first. Kim's going to move to third, but that's going to be it there for Josh Kelly. He grounds out to first.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, John Bethune.
There's Josh Bethune Had a bunt base hit in his first at bat of the day. Bethune, a second-year man with the Seneca Sting, 33 at bats, 5 hits, 1 double. Batted just 152 in the regular season, and he swings and misses there for strike number 2. Number 9 hitter has a man on third. Kim just 90 feet away from the 4th run here for the Sting. Bethune fouls that one hard back. As we can really see the wind picking up, some garbage being blown onto the field here. Bag having a life of its own as the pitch there and swung and missed, and Josh Bethune goes down swinging to kill the rally for the Sting as they take a 3-0 lead into the top of the 5th.
After 4 innings, Seneca leads 3-0. Hey fans, don't forget the barbecue's still open. Hot dogs, sausages, burgers, pea-meal, hot chili, all available at the barbecue. They're also selling 50-50 tickets, 3 for $2 or 15 for $5. So great food at great prices and 50-50 tickets available at the barbecue tent.
So we see Gabriel Grandin trying to wait out the pain here as he's lying down on a picnic bench just below us here in our broadcast booth. Some things are just going to hurt, and getting hit with a foul ball where the sun don't shine on a cold autumn day is never fun for anybody. As his teammates coming to check on him. Seems to be going to be okay, but fighting through it right now. As Cameron Lewis continues on the mound here for the Sting. He's had a strong performance so far. Scoreless through 4, hasn't really been in very much trouble. Has allowed 2 walks, but has been able to pitch around that. He has 6 strikeouts through 4 innings so far. The big right-hander for the Sting. Philippe Theriault coming in for the Indians. The right fielder struck out in his only other at-bat. Takes ball 1 there from Lewis. That ball is fouled high and back. That just clears the bleachers here behind home plate. There's a hard hit ball there by Philippe Theriault. That's a slap single to center field. He leads off this inning for the Indians.
Number 15, Samuel Campo.
Samuel Campo, the designated hitter, up now for the Indians, trying to take advantage of that leadoff single as they try and put some pressure on this Sting team. Only won 2 games all season long, not used to being in this position, playing with the lead. Cameron Lewis recovers nicely and throws a first pitch strike to Capo. Breaking ball there just outside. Ball hit hard to Kim at third. Makes a nice throw to second. And gets, oh, I thought he got him there, but unable to make the turn. At second was number 3, Alec Miller. And they just get the first out. They get the lead runner there for their first out of the inning. As Jean-Philippe Thériault makes his way. Samuel Capot is now on first on the fielder's choice. That ball hit hard and high. Center fielder going back over his head. And the runners are coming chugging. Capot getting the wave and held up at the last second there. Probably a smart move by the third base coach as that ball came in awfully quickly. But a hard hit double from Emilio Piccolino. And all of a sudden, there's runners on second and third. One out here in the top of the 5th as the Indians are rallying.
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Louis Christophe Cote-Turcotte.
As Turcotte comes up here for the Indians. Turcotte did play in the game against Holland. 0 for 1 with a walk before being replaced for a pinch hitter, Jonathan Perez-Merli. Turcotte with a big opportunity here. Runners on second and third. One out. He takes ball 1. It's the first time all day long that Lewis has been in trouble on the mound. Yeah. Lets that pitch go for strike 1 to even up the count. Movement in the Sting bullpen. Number 10, Kevin Montero up. Throwing for the Sting. Ball fouled off for strike 2. 2-2, 1 away. Runners on second and third. As the Indians look to rally here. Turcotte up at the plate. Representing the tying run. As Seneca leads 3-0. A hard swing there, but fouled off by Turcotte. And strike 3 called there as Turcotte goes down looking at that breaking ball for strike 3.
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Vincent Barry.
Barry coming up. He reached on a fielder's choice by the shortstop in the first, in his last at bat. Turcotte not happy with that at bat, slamming his helmet down directly right in front of us here at the broadcast booth. That ball fouled back by Barry. Sting had a couple opportunities for double plays. One in this inning, one in the second, but unable to turn them. It hasn't cost them so far. It might cost them right here as that ball is driven to center field. 1 run in, the second coming around, chugging, and safe as Emilio Piccoloni comes in to score. And there's 2 runs as Capo and Piccoloni come in to score on a hard hit single to center field by Vincent Barry. And just like that, it's a 3-2 baseball game here in the top of the 5th.
Now
And the Indians turn their lineup over here. Top half of this lineup has struggled today so far against Cameron Lewis. Akarius has struck out looking twice so far in this game. Breaking ball there, missed outside and low. There's a new arm warming up in the Sting bullpen, number 10. Oh, 35, excuse me. Jordan D. Williams. Warming up in the pen for the Sting. My boy Dino in here helping me out. His eyesight's better than mine, apparently. This count's even at 2-2. 2 away, 1 on. After that bases clearing single by Vincent Barry. Akaris losing track of the count there, thinking that was ball 4, throwing his bat halfway back to the dugout. The umpire's not going to be a fan of that. As the count is now full, and Akarius hits that ball hard. Runner was moving, takes away the easy throw at second, but a good throw there from Luis Polanco to end this inning as the Indians strike here in the top of the 5th. It's now a 3-2 game. Alec Miller due up for the Seneca Sting, followed by Luis Polanco and Dwayne Nickel, the top of the order here. Miller reached on a bunt single his last at bat. Flew out to the shortstop on a broken bat play in the first inning.
Leading off for Seneca, that's second baseman number 3, Alec Miller.
Alec Miller taking on Bruno Tamburini for the 3rd time today as Tamburini gets strike 1. As what was a comfortable 3-0 lead for the Sting has been cut to just 1 after a good rally there by the Indians, as Miller swings out of his shoes on that one to fall behind 0-2. Miller fouls that one off. Miller grounds that one up the first base line. An easy play there for first baseman Emilio Piccolini as Miller is retired.
Now batting shortstop number 4, Luis Polanco.
Polanco, who grounded out to short and has an RBI single in this game. Steps up for the third time. Polanco finished the year with a .294 batting average for the Sting. And hits that one hard to center field. Giving chases the center fielder, but he makes a good play on the ball. Broke right on time for that one. And Nicholas Legault makes an excellent play to rob Polanco of extra bases.
Now batting the catcher number 7, Dwayne Nickel.
Dwayne Nickel grounded out at the second baseman and singled to left field. Nickel had 49 at-bats this year, finishing with a team best .388 batting average, a .516 OBP, and a .449 slugging percentage, by far the most productive Sting in the regular season. So he fouls that one back. Even up the count 1-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Sting leading the Indians by a score of 3-2 in the National College Baseball Championships. Both teams looking for their first win of the tournament. Nickel looks at a ball there. Ball number 3 as that one's in the dirt just in front of home plate. Tamburini's pitched a pretty solid game. One big mistake to Dan Perrier all the way back in the second inning was the difference, as he crushed a 2-run home run. And a misplay there by the first baseman. It wasn't the best throw in the world, but Emilio Piccolini should have had that ball as he got his glove on it, but bobbled it as it got by him.
Now batting the first baseman number 21, Dan Accardo.
And Nickel will take that as he reaches on the air from the first baseman. Dan Accardo walked and struck out swinging so far here today. Six RBIs on the season for Accardo. Good for 4th on the team. A good pickoff move there by Tamburini. But sliding right back in was Nickel at first, as they look like they're trying to run here with 2 outs. Nickel fakes the run, and that ball is fouled high and out by Accardo. Has lots of anxious looking patrons in the stands whenever a ball goes back over the concrete walls here onto the road, where there is a line of cars parked here. An interesting looking play there as they check back in on a Nickel who doesn't slide. But this time they got him. He wasn't paying attention. He didn't think they would come back to him. And a little slow on his leap. And a nice move there by Bruno Tamburini to throw out Dwayne Nickel erasing the error by his first baseman. As we move into the top of the 6th here, Indians still trail 3-2. Back out for the top of this 6th inning is Cameron Lewis. Lewis was scoreless through 4, gave up 2 in that last inning. Off an RBI, a 2 RBI single to center field by Vincent Bari. Has made this game a 1-run ball game. As it is a cold, overcast October 27th here in Oshawa. Currently 12 degrees, not a ray of sunshine to be seen on the baseball diamond. Emmerich Deslets has walked and grounded out to the pitcher in his 2 at-bats, and he sends that one high. Should be playable for Kim at third, and he makes the play in foul territory. 1 out away for the Indians.
Now that is that center fielder number 5, Nicholas Lugo.
Lugo coming up here for the Indians. He made a very nice play last inning in center field. Running back, catching a ball over his shoulder as he looks to lay down the bunt there on the unsuspecting Sting corner infielders, but that one is fouled back. And he is out there. Why is he out there?
Now that is the third baseman, number 6, Frederick Ashargrolo.
And Legault is out on that bunt. We can only imagine that.
Unless it hit him in fair territory. Unless it hit him in fair territory?
Trying to figure out here in the broadcast booth. My thought is maybe Dan Perrier caught that ball on the bunt attempt, but it looked like it went back to the backstop. But either way, Legault is out, and Grillo reaches there on an infield single. As Terrio comes back up to plate. Terrio takes strike 1 there. 2 out, 1 on here in the top of the 6th. Sting currently with a 3-2 lead over the Indians. Right fielder Jean-Philippe Terrio at the plate. He looks at ball 1 there. And bounced there right in front of the catcher Nickel. But does a good job at staying in front of that, not letting it get away from him and not allowing the runner to advance. Hard hit ball there, But easy play by the second baseman, throws it to first. And Therio is retired after grounding out to second. Ricardo, Perrier, Kim due up here for the Sting in the bottom of this sixth inning as they look to add to a one-run lead. The heart of their lineup. Bruno Tamburini coming back out for the bottom of this inning. Has pitched very well. Besides that mistake to Dan Perrier way back in the second inning, the only other run came from a little bit of small ball from the Sting, turning a leadoff walk into a run after a stolen base and a bunt. A slap single by Luis Polanco brought in that third and right now the deciding run in this ball game.
Leading off for Seneca, the first baseman, number 21, Dan Accardo.
Ricardo struck out swinging in his last at bat. Reached on the walk. Came around to score on that bomb of a home run by Perrier. Trying to get a bottom of the sixth inning rally going. Get of a bottom of the sixth inning rally going for the Sting. Two balls, no strikes, none out here for Ricardo, the left-handed batter. Taking on a right-handed pitcher. That ball is high and outside for ball number 3. There's a walk there for Ricardo.
Number 29, Dan Perrier.
Perrier would like nothing more than a repeat of that second inning where Ricardo walked in front of him and he blasted a bomb over the left field wall. He struck out swinging in his last at bat. He takes strike one there. We see that Tamburini pickoff move again. He used that back in the 5th inning. Ricardo's off. Perrier check swing down the first base line. He is out. And Ricardo, who was off on the pitch, advances to second.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Edwin Kim.
Kim, who grounded out to second and had an infield single his last at bat. Up now, a 3.55 OBP for Kim during the regular season. He swings at strike one. Thibodeau likes what he sees, or excuse me, Turcotte likes what he sees from his pitcher there, giving him the point and the nod. As Kim fouls that one high, playable for Turcotte, and Turcotte gets under it and makes the grab for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 11, Jordan Blake.
As Kim flies out to the catcher. Jordan Blake, who struck out and flew out to right. A third-year man, Jordan Blake. As Accardo advances there on a pitch that got away from the second baseman and rolled into the outfield. Now 2 outs, the runner's just 90 feet away for Blake. With the count at 1-1. Blake hits that ball hard to center high, but gonna get under there is Legault, and he makes no mistake on that. And Jordan Blake flies out to center. And now into the top of the 7th inning, the Sting lead 3-2. Brian Adams takes us into this top inning, where we would expect Cameron Lewis to come out and have every opportunity to finish this game off for the Sting. And there he is coming to the mound, Cameron Lewis. Seven strikeouts on the day for Lewis. So he takes a 1-run lead here into the top of the 7th inning. Looking to close this out and get the Sting their first win here at the College Baseball Championships hosted by the Durham Lords. Samuel Capot, Emilio Poccolini, and Turcotte coming in. Luis Christopher Cote Turcotte, the man with more names than hits, are the 3 batters due up in this inning for the Indians.
For Hunsik, number 14, Johan Perez Morelli.
Perez Morelli pinch hitting here.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Pinch hitting here for the DH Campo. And Morelli looks at the first one, swings at that. Count is 1-1. Looks at ball 2 there. That ball is hit hard to center field, going back in chase, but a nice play there by John Bethune. Almost at the warning track as he had to run back for that hard hit ball. But Bethune had a good break on that.
Now batting the first baseman, number 8, Emilio Piccolino.
For the first out of this inning. Piccolino coming in up to the plate now. Piccolino hits this one hard. First pitch he sees going back for it is Kim. Excuse me, not Kim, but Piccolino. And Piccolino makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. 15, 20 yards past the infield. He dove for that one and comes up with a great catch. And his pitcher's appreciative of that one. And the Sting are just 1 out away from taking down the Indians here in their first win of the National College Baseball Championships. The fate of the Indians lay in the bat of Luis Christopher Cote Turcotte, who came in as an injury replacement for Gabriel Grandin. 1-1 the count, 2 out, top of the 7th here. Cameron Lewis on the mound for the Sting. Gets a strike there. 1 strike away are the Sting from defeating the Indians. And Lewis 1 strike away from a complete game victory. That ball is hit hard to the third baseman, Kim. Kim takes his time, throws on time to Dan Accardo, and just like that, the Seneca Sting defeat the Ahuntsic Indians by a final score of 3-2 here in the Kinsman Civic Memorial Baseball Stadium.
What do you value more, a long home run or a good pitching performance?
I think you gotta give it to the pitcher, no? I would give it to the pitcher.
Both pitchers?
Yeah. Lewis and Tambourine.
6'9". Tamburini and Lewis, the starting pitchers, will be named the players of the game for both teams, as they both pitch complete games. Tamburini pitched well, just gave up the big home run to Perrier, but outdueled by Cameron Lewis, who pitched a complete game victory, allowing just 2, as Seneca gets their first win of the tournament. There is more baseball for you, baseball fans, today, as the Lords, the Durham Lords, will take on the Holland Hurricanes at 5. But before that, Seneca will play again as they take on Fanshawe right here in front of us at 2 p.m.
Number 9, Cameron Lewis.
That's going to be it here for me today at baseball, as I am done for the day at the National College Baseball Championships.
Coming up next here at Kinsman Stadium at 2
You will be in
o'clock,
good
we'll have
hands
Fanshawe versus Seneca. In the meantime, make
with the
sure
man,
you
the
get
myth, the
barbecue.
legend
We've got
himself,
hot dogs,
Eric
sausages,
Dixon.
burgers,
He's going to be
pizza,
coming in and doing some
chili,
play-by-play
hot food to
for
keep
the
warm
second
on
2
this
games
cold
of this
day.
afternoon.
All proceeds go to
Don't go
support the
anywhere.
Durham Lords
More
softball
baseball
team. First
here
time
at
defending
Kinsman Stadium,
NCAA
hosted by the Durham
champions.
Lords.
They're also selling 50-50 tickets. You can't
Will be
win.
coming up
You'll
at
have
2
tickets.
o'clock
3 for $2
when the
or
Sting
15 for $5. Proceeds
take on
go to support
Fanshawe.
2 great causes, adopted families in St. Martin's, and Play Global's baseball initiatives in Uganda.